is up, all you freaks out there? This is Ryan. How are you doing? Welcome to another edition of the freaking awesome Paranormal Show. This is going to be a reaction video tonight. We did have a guest scheduled, but she had to postpone. She had other stuff going on. So, hey, Kristen. So tonight we're going to just do some reacting to a Nukes Top 5 video, and we're going to be talking about the aliens in Miami, what's going on down there. Of course, I want to wish everybody a very happy, Balloon Ascension Day. Of course, we all love Balloon Ascension Day. Hydrogen-powered hot air balloons are an adventurous, graceful gift of the French people to the world. So happy Balloon Ascension Day to everybody. It is also National Austin Day. So I sent a message to one of my former co-hosts, Austin Ingalls, to wish him a very happy National Austin Day. So you have friends that are named Austin, give them a call or send them a message. It might be too late to give them a call, but send them a message. Say, hey, it's your day, buddy. You go out and have fun, have a good time. So tonight it's going to be the freaking awesome playlist crew coming back on the show tonight. Let's bring on CR from On My Mind with CR Podcast, and we've got Rhonda from the Orion Effect coming at you. Hopefully, I will not be coughing as much. I got my water right here.
You actually sound better.
Yeah.
I know it's only been like 2 days, but like you sound better.
Oh, good. Hopefully, I will not be coughing after the show when I get off of here. Last night was rough. It was those nights where you just up all night and you just can't stop coughing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's one of those things where it's like I'm getting the stuff out of my system.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to cough really hard, just like maybe just cough it all up at one time. Hasn't worked yet. But
inject a lung.
This is projectile phlegm everywhere. But so how's everyone doing tonight?
Doing good on Balloon Ascension Day. I wonder how many balloons were ascending on the East Coast today.
Probably not many.
Probably not balloons, probably other things.
Yeah.
So do you guys remember Balloon Fest? I think it was like Balloon Fest 85, 86.
Uh-uh.
It was out in PA or something like that, where they were trying to break a world record of balloons that were launched.
Are they hot air balloons or regular balloons?
No, like regular Mylar balloons.
Oh, okay.
But the net that they were using to keep them all, because they were inflating them under a net, and then they were going to let the net go at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the net popped loose before they were ready, and apparently it was a huge disaster.
I love watching balloons fly up in the air. I'm like the biggest kid when it comes to getting like a helium balloon and watching it go up in the sky and seeing if I can still see it. I'm always tempted to, like, whenever I see a kid with a balloon, take a pair of scissors and snip it just so I can see the balloon go all the way up into the sky. Or like with RJ gets a balloon and oh no, I let go of it. Oh, there it goes.
So I pulled up the wiki on Balloon Fest. It was in 86. Balloon Fest 86 was an event in Cleveland, Ohio. I was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
United States, held on September 27th, 1986. Local chapter of United Way set a world record by releasing almost 1.5 million balloons.
Oh, wow. A lot of balloons.
The event was intended to be a harmless fundraising publicity stunt. However, the released balloons drifted back over the city and Lake Erie and landed in the surrounding area, causing problems for traffic and a nearby airport. The event also interfered with the United States Coast Guard search for 2 boaters who were later found drowned in consequence. The organizers of
Wow.
the and city faced lawsuits seeking millions of dollars in damages and cost overruns.
I've got this image over my head. You know that we talked about that WKRP episode, the turkey flight.
Yeah.
Just have that image in my head of that. The same thing. People are drowning because of the balloons. It's, you couldn't do that today. You couldn't lift up. There'd be so many environmental things going on.
I think if you were a bird, you'd be like, I can't see.
Yeah.
Well, they actually had to reroute aircraft because the aircraft couldn't see.
Oh, I bet. I mean, you think about that. That's a lot.
Yeah.
1 million blues. You think they would maybe talk to the people? Maybe they didn't care back then.
Well,
The last communication between the United Way and the actual planes flying through the air to be maybe you don't want to do that.
I mean, it was the mid 80s. Everything was different back then.
God, can you imagine? Now it'd be so cool to see, or flying a drone around the balloons and stuff, and then see them everywhere.
Yeah,
because it's only the people who were there got to see it.
Right.
I guess maybe the news may have shown a video of it.
Yeah,
but
there were news clippets of it.
Nowadays, there would be TikTok videos and
it would be all over the place in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, and they're oh my God, people were crying about environmental stuff. You're gonna kill the birds. Apparently killed some fishermen.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm wondering why the Coast Guard, why the balloons up in the air hampered the Coast Guard's ability to find. I guess maybe there are helicopters.
Probably there's probably front in the air as well. That would be my guess.
Yeah, they're UH-60 Pave Hawks, and then they're C-130s. Can't see. That's what they put up C-130s and MH-60s to find them from the air, especially when you're over Lake Erie.
Hey, Howie and Lois. Hey, Kristen. Yeah, imagine these people are these damn balloons. You can't see them.
Right.
Best laid plans. So I got some bad news today. A few minutes ago, I found out that Scotty Burns, she's a paranormal investigator down in Florida, I think. She's part of War Party Paranormal. She passed away.
Oh no!
Too long ago, actually. So she went to hospice care during a few days ago, and I saw on Facebook that she passed away. So I want to say rest in peace to her. I know she had a lot of friends and a lot of friends in the paranormal.
Right.
I think I might have had her on the show, but I honestly do not remember. But I have talked to her a couple times, and she's really nice. And so rest in peace, Scotty. You will be missed by everyone who knew you, and I know you're in a better place now looking down on us. So
yeah, I hate to say it, but I wonder who number 3 is going to be, because I just found out that a good friend of mine's dad passed away the other day. So, and unfortunately, he usually rolls in 3s.
Well, it sucks.
Yeah,
because you think about the people around you, and you don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen tomorrow?
Yeah.
So just
your loved ones.
Yeah, and be mindful of who you're with, and just don't be so hard on people, and because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So
right,
true.
So Aliens in Miami.
Hmm.
Welcome to Miami. This was I don't know, man. I saw the video of the video of that whatever that guy took on his phone, which was I'm swear it must have been like an iPhone 1 or something, because it's really bad footage. It's got the Bigfoot syndrome, where you get this, I got this footage of Bigfoot, but you can't tell what it is. Literally, it just looks like three people, but they do look taller than the people around them. So, I mean, there are some videos of like a bunch of police like by them all, and there are a ton of cops out there. And I heard that maybe there's some kids fighting and there was some gunfire or something, but then people were saying they saw these like 10-foot beings that were coming in and out of the like people. You could see them, but then you couldn't see them. Like they were like coming from a different dimension or something. So,
but like as readily as people have phones and stuff, how is there not more footage of it?
That leads me to believe hoax, because why would you, if right now we've got so much access to technology on our phones, clear, why would you be shooting it on something that, unless you're trying to hide something, why are you shooting it on something that yields degraded video?
Why aren't there multiples? And heck, it's a mall. There's probably a tech shop in there somewhere. Was there not a video camera somebody could grab?
Yeah, exactly. Or like mall security footage or whatever. They said they were trying, like the cops were taking people's phones.
So it was in a mall?
Yeah, it was in a mall in Miami.
Huh.
Why did they say they were taking people's phones?
To get their footage, probably, because they want the footage to get out.
But yeah, you would think there'd be some sort of security footage they could use.
Yeah.
It probably deletes every hour. That's what they do in every movie or something. It's like, oh, but the security footage deletes every day after 24 hours.
Or it's just a fake camera bubble and there's no real camera in it.
Right.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find some videos of this. Hang on, let me do this. Go here. Let's see here.
You would just think people would be posting it left and right.
Oh, yeah. Let me go over to, and I think, with, like you said, everything, and there had to be more than just that one video of the footage.
And I'm even going to put it out there like this. We're talking Miami, which is like, I don't want to say that there was guaranteed paparazzi, but you would think there would be some sort of paparazzi presence in Miami due to the nature of the wealth of the people that live down there.
Right.
Yeah, it's not some like podunk town in like North Dakota where like 4 or 5 people are there and they, all use rotary phones or whatever. Just kidding to all the people in North Dakota. All our fans in North Dakota.
Hey, we love you. Careful. CJ lives out there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. That's right. I don't know why. Sorry,
CJ.
Sorry, CJ.
We're just jealous we don't have the rotary phone anymore. They were fun.
Oh, man, I miss the rotary phone. I really do.
Or the payphone.
Or the payphone.
Oh, God. Or 1-800-COLLECT.
There used to be rotary payphones, too.
There did.
I remember those. I remember those. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna go here. Do one of these quick videos here. And go to my playlist here and get a setup here for things here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and. Sarah is mad because she can't join us now because her power's out and she's like, only lights candlelight. I'm like, go on your phone.
Yeah, go on your phone. It's harder when you're on your phone, though.
Yeah. Yep. And she wanted to talk about the aliens too. She's the one who brought it up to me. So this one goes out to you, Sarah. We're doing dedications here.
Them damn robot aliens.
This one goes out to Sarah Hall Hayes.
We miss you. Talk. We love you. Sorry you got no power.
We're back soon.
We love you very much, Sarah.
Glad you took one for the team and you're the one without power.
Exactly.
Right.
As soon as I say that, the lights will go off. Damn it. All right, let me get it set up here. Present, not preset. Share screen. Boom. Okay. All right, let's see here. This one is going to be witness say what? Heroin is caught in Miami Mall. Crazy testimony.
I can't stop. I want to stop, but I can't stop. I think today I've watched maybe 45 TikToks on this. Anyways, there's this woman who was claiming to have been at the mall. Take it with a grain of salt. She could be making it up. Who knows? Paycal's on TikTok. Did a video on it. Check it out.
It was a pretty intense eyewitness account. Supposed eyewitness account. I'm not going to read it, but I highly recommend that you guys go over there and read it for yourself. I was at the Miami Mall yesterday, and the government is lying. There were no kids fighting. Everyone started panicking because these gray creatures were walking around.
Gray?
Didn't make any noises or sounds, but stared and you move. I tried to take a video, but every time I would try to, it would just bug out. They set a perimeter and wouldn't let anybody out or in unless they went through their photos. We were visited by aliens, and the government is covering it up.
What?
They were about 6 to 7 feet tall and walked very slowly. They could turn their head around completely, and it seemed like they could change forms. Like they didn't have any bones and could bend their body in whatever way. No fingers or feet, just arms and legs.
What?
They could also seemingly teleport. They weren't walking around normally, but instead disappearing and then quickly reappearing somewhere else.
So there you guys go. Another witness testimony, right? I'm trying to look at every witness testimony there is. The amount of people inside the mall, there has to be a lot more, no? Maybe people just don't want to talk about it. Maybe they didn't see anything. Dude, oh my gosh. This rabbit hole is too much for me, but I can't stop, and I won't stop. I should stop. Pretty sure I had a dream about this last night. Yeah, take that how you want, ladies and gentlemen. They're claiming to have been at the mall. There we go. Peace out.
So, same creature is seen in Nevada over the summer. Yeah, Howie. It's weird though how aliens have been so secretive about trying to not show themselves to people, and all of a sudden they're showing up at the mall. I mean,
well, shouldn't there be if there was a fight? Wouldn't there be some sort of a police report about that? Like if there were young adults fighting and supposedly guns, wouldn't there be some sort of police report about that portion of it? And wouldn't there be some sort of outside? I didn't think about the fact that they can supposedly mess with equipment and things like that. So I mean, I guess they could turn off power. They could make phones and stuff not work. But wouldn't there be also cameras out in parking lots? Because most parking lots have cameras now, especially big malls. And I would assume something in Miami is fairly large.
Well, I guess if the police were trying to scrub the footage off people's phones, then I guess they would not let the footage from the mall security cameras get off. Yeah.
Right. So I've had experience in mall security for about 5 years, and yeah, I mean, if we had a fight that we could get to and we didn't need to call the cops, there was no outside reporting of it.
Right.
We would have a report, but it's not like the police where anybody can go to a police department and say, hey, I want to request this report.
Right.
All of our reports were internal, but if the police department is called and they come in, they do, depending on the call, if they come in, they do, an action, all actions generate a report. And depending on what they were out there for, the majority of it is active, is available to the public. They can just go in and due to the freedom.
Freedom of Information Act.
The Information Act. Yep.
I did find there's another video here. The clearest footage of the 10-foot tall shadow alien. So let's see see what we got here. If it's real or fake.
So there's this brand new video on YouTube where the title says this man in Miami just released the clearest footage of the Miami alien, right? Take it with a grain of salt. Who even knows? I'm not watching this whole video. But check this out.
This man just released the clearest photograph of the creature that was allegedly seen in Miami.
Okay.
Oddly enough, the man said a strange thing about this encounter.
Okay, no, there's no way this is real. No way.
Photographs, the creature
That's
appears
fake.
to be transparent.
Yeah.
Matches what other residents have said.
That's like we see on like
It
movies.
doesn't even look like it's inside.
It's like one of those aliens you would see on like a 50s sci-fi.
Yeah.
And then look, this is
like
apparently
an
like
AI
the clearest
generated
footage
kind
we
of
got
thing.
of this, because this was the clip that went viral, right? And I mean, look at this thing. And then they're claiming this is a police officer. So what the is this? And then they even added, 6 feet and then 8 feet here. I don't know, man. Because you guys remember the overhead photo that went viral. Everyone is using it. TMZ, you name it. Couldn't really make out, right? But allegedly, that's like the clearest photo there is now. I think the media and police or something said that it was like 3 people walking, though. So I don't really know. No joke.
I mean, it's...
Yeah.
There are lots of testimonies.
Howie's right in saying it's fake. It was a blatant...
Hey, Courtney.
Do we have any, Ryan? Do you have any footage of the ones that? Well, maybe this is a Howie question. Is there footage of the ones that they saw in Nevada?
Let's see. Let's look up aliens in Nevada.
I like this guy though that does the videos. He's pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's a ABC News report on it. Let's see.
The X-Files.
Straight out of the X-Files.
That's unreal. I've never seen anything like it. What are they?
A family in Las Vegas insisting something is out there after allegedly having a close encounter of the third kind.
I swear to God, this is not a joke.
One witness calling 911 after they say an object fell out of the sky and landed in their backyard.
They're like 9 foot, 10 foot tall. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
The mysterious object that fell from the sky, even the officers apparently saw that. The green glow of the alleged UFO is seen on this newly released body camera footage.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
So when that 911 call came in, less than an hour later, police were ready to believe it.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like a
We're not going to be at it. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see?
Yeah, but Area 51's out that way.
After a brief investigation of the yard, officers closed the case as unfounded.
If those 9 foot beings come back, don't call us. All right, deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
According to former intelligence officers,
that's always good to hear.
An alien crash landing isn't too far fetched. Grush recently turned over documents to Congress claiming the U.S. government has a vast collection of vehicles that have non-human origin. An oversight committee in Congress is in the process of scheduling a hearing on those claims.
Hi, everyone. George Stephan.
Hey, George.
Huh.
So there's this.
Sorry.
I can't stop. I want to stop, but I can't.
Here we go. He wants to stop, but he can't stop.
Yep. Courtney, his mustache is part of it. It's fabulous.
Right.
I mean, I've gone down the alien rabbit hole, listening to podcasts about aliens and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I want to believe them. I want to believe it, but it's like until I see the actual proof, there's always going to be a little bit of doubt.
Well, and it's like the whole Bigfoot thing. I mean, look at it this way. If we were meant to know of their solid existence, wouldn't we have had solid evidence that they believe that they exist?
I think with like Bigfoot and things like that, it's almost like the not knowing making you more of a mythical creature type thing is better than having them be discovered and then them just being a regular animal. Because once you find out what they are, it's the mystery is gone. You know?
I mean, it feels like it's anything paranormal until you get something that's can't be debunked, which we don't have. You can't know for sure. But even like Bigfoot, I had somebody telling me about a story recently that I had never heard before that made me go, well, okay, maybe even kind of more go, well, maybe Bigfoot really is, because I didn't realize that the panda bear in China was long like a Bigfoot. For years and years and years, there were supposedly these sightings of these black and white bears, and they could never be found until they were.
It's supernatural, paranormal until it's discovered, and then it kind of is no longer paranormal. It's just normal.
So Howie says here, kind of a add on to the video we watched about the Nevada. He says the Vegas PD has made a statement that this was not the first time, and there are reports of such activity in Vegas and Nevada.
I mean, I believe aliens exist. I believe they're out there. I believe that they come, they interact with people. But as far as like what happened in Miami, it's up for debate.
I found it interesting. I see a lot of memes though that talk about, because they've just recently said, like, we've seen the proof that even the government says it's real. Nobody's been like flagged about it, but they were talking about how the Epstein list comes out, and now suddenly there's aliens again. So it's like, wait, look over here. Look over here. Don't look at that.
Nice
Don't see the presidents and people that are listed on this list. Go look over there. There were aliens in Miami.
Courtney's got an interesting question. So what if we are the aliens in their world?
Right.
I mean, if you look at it like Bigfoot being interdimensional, and if you believe in interdimensional beings, there probably are aliens that have been here the whole time, and they show themselves when they want to. Again, I don't know why they would show themselves at the mall if they, unless you're like, okay, we're tired of hiding, we're just going to show up in the middle of a mall in Miami.
Maybe they wanted to go get one of the Starbucks Stanley mugs.
That's probably what it was.
They're going to Target to get their Stanley mugs.
Yeah. And they missed it.
But, that's the thing. Is like, what if we're in their world? And the other one theory that comes up a lot is, what if we're their science experiment?
Yeah. We're like the Truman Show.
Courtney and I were laughing about the store Stanley's earlier, so we had to put that out there.
Right. Shit. So you mean we're in a plastic ant farm on their dresser?
Yes.
What if we are? What if they're
we're like
us like, oh God.
We're like the real world.
Like they think we're getting better, and they're like, oh my God, they're fighting over Stanley cups. Oh my God.
That's what happens.
There's no hope.
God, let's throw some Stanley cups in there and see what happens.
Right.
Let's do it right after Christmas too. That'll be fun. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're they're puppets. Seeing creatures and an alien in a rift in time. No pun intended. I see what you did there, Howie. I mean, we look at other planets where they exist. They're looking at our planet like, what the fuck are these things?
Maybe we're quarantined.
I can see them standing by us trying to poke us with a stick going, come on, do something.
So,
right? What if all the other planets are all communicating and they know what's going on and they're like, we're quarantined?
Right. So I could have an alien right here next to me. And I could have a ghost right here next to me on the other side of me. I'm wondering if they interact with each other.
Right.
If all of a sudden you die and you can see aliens now, Like, holy shit, you were here the whole time.
Right.
Like, yeah. You know,
well, it's then, like it's one of those things.
Bigfoot's hanging out in my living room, on my couch.
I've seen I have seen ghosts, and I have seen UFOs, but it's the whole thing again where Joe Blow can come to me off of the street and go, hey, I've seen UFOs. And that's like, well, that's cool. I don't necessarily believe in them, coming from a skeptic would say, I don't believe in them, but you can't disbelieve what you have seen with your own two eyes.
Right.
Yeah. It's like when I bring people out to the cabin and, they've never had a paranormal experience before, but you go and you play an EVP for them, or you do a burst session in one of the rooms and they hear an EVP for the first time. And the light bulb goes off and they're like, oh shit, this is actually real. Because once you know it's real, once you have that, blinder taken off, it opens up a whole new world for you. And you start, believing in things that you never thought you'd believe in. Like, Rhonda and I talking to Elizabeth Luna about her seeing trolls in her bedrooms and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, all right. You see it? I believe it.
Right. I think, it's made everything almost possible for me, because it's like, if I believe they're ghosts and I can get EVPs, or we can all the bells to ring. Why couldn't there be aliens? Why couldn't, if there was a panda bear that nobody saw for years and years and years, and it suddenly appears, but it's still almost extinct, why couldn't Bigfoot be? He's just eluding us. He's almost extinct. Like, why is that not possible?
Yeah. Especially if you throw in interdimensional.
Yeah.
If you throw that in there where, they show themselves when they want to, you could be like, well, all these creatures that, people are seeing, they've got to, you've got to get to a certain point, maybe a certain level, and you're like, abilities or whatever. But if you work hard enough, you can open up a whole new world of possibilities.
Even if you think about the Loch Ness Monster, if you've ever been out at sea, whether you're a Marine or whatever, or just me, I've been out deep sea fishing and literally sat there, can't see land. You realize that there's things under the boat that you're on, and you're on a huge boat, that are bigger than you.
Yep.
Bigger than the boat that you're riding. And why couldn't there be something like a Loch Ness Monster that's so far deep we don't ever see it, except from time to time?
Paranormal said, I saw a UFO with my brothers on the way to our fireworks show back in 2000. It was perfectly spherical and just show away without a sound. I guess it was flew away, shot away without a sound. I mean, that's like I said, I know they're out there. And tons of people have stories about being abducted and seeing UFOs. I saw a UFO when I was at the beach in North Carolina. I was out just walking out there. I saw this it was weird. It was like two dots, but they were like spinning in like a circle, and then it was like in one part of the sky, and then it looked down, looked up, and it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a clear night. I mean, I would still be able to see it flying, but it was just disappeared.
Mine was Valentine's night of like 2005. My parents were out of town and they were letting my childhood best friend stay over at the house in Lakeville. And we're sitting in the living room and he and I were just talking, and I was facing out the patio window. So I was looking out over the hill, and it was kind of just zoning out while I was talking to him, and I noticed it was a triangular object in the sky, and it was moving from left to right, but it had rotating, changing colors around the barrier around the perimeter of the triangle. And it was funny because I was like, you know, he looked over and he's like, Chris, why do you look confused? And I was like, well, because I'm trying to figure something out here. And finally I was like, Elliot, just look out the door and tell me what you see. And he saw it too. And the kind of stupid thing that we thought of was we weren't thinking about it right away, but what do like 20-year-old guys do when they see something? Hey, let's get in your truck and let's go chase it. So we got in the truck, 94, Chevy Silverado, and we go driving all over Lakeville, Minnesota, chasing this thing. And we got to an industrial park where the municipal airport is. And just as we turned onto Airport Road, this thing broke into 3 objects, and they all scattered in different directions and left. That is the most scared I have ever been. Was sitting in that truck going, okay, what was one thing is now 3 and they're gone and we're all alone.
And where were they going?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow. That's
What he says, I mean, if you go based on the evolution theory, there could be all kinds of creatures that we don't know exist. Exactly.
Yeah. All right, cup and onion in a mason jar. 1 cup. Oh.
Fixing your cough.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, oh, Ryan cut up an onion, put it in a mason jar, 1 cup of honey, add some turmeric. If you have it on hand, let it sit overnight and strain the juice out. Homemade cough syrup. You know what? I might try that. I have to go out and get the stuff for it, but yeah, I might.
Yeah.
Thank you, Courtney, for that.
I'm telling you, my dad
it.
used to swear by Jack Daniels, honey, and lemon juice, and you don't even need a lot. It used to work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made some tea with honey in it the other day. So I might try that again tonight when I go to bed. Just like spirits and entities, the amount of living entities can be astounding. I wonder if they're like dinosaurs or you know, because mythical creatures exist in a different reality, different dimensions. Could dinosaurs still exist in different dimensions?
Oh, look at the narwhal. Narwhals exist. They're just up. They're the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in narwhals. I mean, I know there's real creatures.
They are friggin' awesome looking too. They're just it's a weird oddity that it would, you know, be around. And a lot of people think that it's the unicorn of the sea. But actually, an interesting fact about them is their horn is actually a tooth.
Oh, a tooth?
Really?
Yep. It's the same type of material as a tooth.
All right, I gotta play this for you guys. Here we go.
Narwhals swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion, cause they are so awesome. Narwhals swimming in the ocean, pretty big and pretty wide, to beat a polar bear in a fight. Like an underwater unicorn, they've got a kick-ass facial harm, they're the Jedi of the sea. It's not Cthulhu awaiting me. Narwhals, narwhals, they are narwhals. They made us of the shish kebab. Narwhals swimming in the ocean, cause they are so awesome.
Okay, that's my theme song now.
Narwhals swimming in the ocean, pretty big and pretty wide, to beat up a bear in a fight. Like an underwater unicorn, they've got a kick-ass facial harm, they're the Jedi of the sea. It's not Cthulhu awaiting me. Narwhals, they are narwhals.
There you go. You're welcome for that. The closed captions are the crossing unit. That's all hilarious. They are narwhals.
How he said, "Thank God I'm not doing acid."
Yeah, it might be more funny than doing that. reacting to people come out here looking for us to react to Nukes top 5 videos, and we're reacting to narwhal videos.
Song.
Living in the ocean.
Could you imagine what would happen if we got visited by aliens when we're watching this silly little video? They might just shake their head and go away.
They'd probably get back in their spaceship and go bloop, bloop, bloop. Like, oh nope, sorry, we're leaving. So narwhals do exist because they're freaking awesome. Guys, I'm heading to bed. If that song ends up in my dreams, I will cry. It'll haunt it'll be like an earworm tomorrow. You'll be at work.
God, yes. I'm gonna have it tomorrow. I can see
narwhal swimming in the ocean, causing. Oh.
Night.
You can thank CR for putting that idea in my head.
Well, narwhal is a spirit animal of mine.
Yes. Because they are so awesome. They do cause a commotion. Good night, Courtney. Sweet dreams. All right, let's look at some Nukes top 5.
All right.
Here.
Paranormal investigation team RC. River's Edge. Cambodian paranormal investigation team RC Fun TV2 travels to an allegedly haunted area along the bank of a river. The locals tell stories of many horrible incidents that have taken place in this small area, right at the river's edge. First, it is said that a young boy was swept away in a mudslide in this area, and sadly, he perished in the flood. Another tale recounts that a man took his own life at the river's edge. And then, even more tragedy, because the graves of several children can be found here, buried along the river bank. Because this spot has such a horrible history, the RC Fun TV team decides to leave offerings and prayers for any distressed spirits that might be unable to move on to the other side. And not long after leaving their offerings, the paranormal investigators spot something truly terrifying.
You know what we don't really do much is leave offerings for spirits, like they do in the ancient cultures like that.
Right. I mean, we don't.
I wonder if it's just because we're more of a newer civilization. You know,
the natives will.
I do. I mean, sometimes if it's a new place I've gone to, I'll walk around and leave some offerings, but maybe not what they want, but tobacco, lavender, sage.
I guess we do that, yeah. Because I did leave a bottle of rum in the woods behind the cabin, as an offering to the soldiers back there.
I have done that. Our offerings was black powder and hardtack.
Yeah. People will leave cigarettes for people. We leave toys for Melissa in her room.
And flowers. People bring flowers.
Oh yeah, I take that back. We do leave offerings, but it's just not like lighting incense and like that. Those kind of like more like religious offerings.
I think usually like spiritual offerings or the religious offerings. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't do that as much as they do over there. I've also learned by watching these videos, they got some fucked up schools in China. Some of those like abandoned high schools, like, oh my God, how'd you even in all the it's so haunted. Like, what happened in these schools to make them so active?
Right.
Man, it's scary.
What?
The investigators spot what appears to be a man sitting on the edge of the river, but something is very off about the mysterious figure. The man is
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not one of them.
No.
Huh.
The guy's just sitting there with his feet in the river. It's nighttime, and I just kind of just whoop, slinks into the water.
Yeah, I'd be running the other way as fast as my feet would carry me.
God.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, because we're talking about flooding and stuff.
Right.
So even if it was a real person, that's even more creepy.
Yeah.
Well, and from being overseas, we don't know how they bury people over there.
Yeah.
They could well, in fact, bury people not in caskets. But I mean, he was sitting, if it was a dead person, they'd be floating, which is weird.
It could be a creature, because it could be something not, he was going back into his, watery home.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's creepy.
That's creepy.
Next is absolutely chilling. Presumably walking home from school. What happened to the spirit of the man that took his own life on the riverbank? Or perhaps even the boy that drowned in the flood? But is it
saying is a man took his life on the riverbank? So it could be a ghost.
Yeah.
real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Stray away. It's late in the afternoon when a CCTV camera in the city of Angol, Chile captures a teenage girl presumably walking home from school. What happens next is absolutely chilling.
Top of the screen there, is that where we're looking?
Yeah, this girl right here.
What's strange about her face?
Well, that's not strange. That was a that was an abduction attempt.
That was, probably sex trafficking.
The girl is walking down a secluded alleyway when a silver Nissan pulls up to the teenager and a man can be seen talking to the girl with a weapon in his hand. The girl is terrified and instinctively walks backward away from the car. When the men then back up their car to follow her, suddenly a little stray dog comes running out of nowhere and aggressively starts barking at the dangerous strangers. The little dog effectively saves the teenage girl from what we can only assume would have been a horrible fate. The video about the heroic little dog went viral on the internet, with many people giving praise to the stray for recognizing the threat and protecting a complete stranger from harm. Now, without a source, I unfortunately don't know what happened to the little dog after it ran out of frame. But as for the footage, it just goes to show again that human beings are always scarier than any ghost or spirit.
Be cooler if he jumped in the car and started tearing them apart.
Not.
That would be pretty. That would be, that would be justice right there. But it is scary how it can happen like that.
Yeah.
In broad daylight too.
I mean, I got followed. I was in Florence, Italy on a school trip. Well, us seniors had graduated. We had to postpone a choir trip due to the war breaking out in 2003. So instead of going in on spring break. We went like 2 weeks after our seniors graduated, but we were in Florence, and there were 3 of us that had gone to, it was me, another student, and a chaperone, an adult. We had gone to a shop to get something, and we were taking a shortcut back to the main piazza where the rest of our group was. And we had to go through this little walkway. Well, you get the hackles on the back of your neck stand up, the feeling that you're being watched. There's 3 of us, there's 5 of them following us. And we're like, we don't know what's going to happen. And we were all, the chaperone was a track teacher. The other guy I was with was a track guy, and I was a swimmer. We just flat out sprinted, and that's what saved us. But yeah, it was a close call.
That's creepy. Damn. Let's see.
A helping hand. This next video was posted to Facebook by Marla Teixeira Hernandez from Richmond, California. Marla says that she was rearranging some furniture in her son's bedroom and recorded a video of the room's final look to show to her daughter. But when she watches her video back, she spots something downright chilling. Marla says she was completely alone in the room when what appears to be a little hand can be seen moving behind her son's cabinets.
Whoa.
Even creepier, viewers pointed out that a man's voice seems to quietly whisper, "Don't be afraid to die."
I heard a voice. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the voice. I didn't see the hand initially, but I heard a voice. Interesting.
Yeah, I heard the whispering.
Yeah.
But you could, if you're, it's too easy to miss the hand because it's really fast. But it almost sounds like a child saying, "Don't be afraid to die." The whisper sounds like a kid to me. So what are your thoughts?
Right.
I don't know.
Remember the last time you and I did a Nukes top 5? It was the one where the band, all the friends were in a band and they were playing.
Yeah.
And then they saw that person. It's kind of the same here, and it's the whole thing of, I could debunk it. There could be somebody standing behind that bunk bed that we don't see and just moving their hand in frame. But she panned around, and I really didn't. Of course, there's stuff in the way there, but
I don't know where a person would stand. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can see it again. Like, okay.
Room and recorded a video of the room's final look to show to her daughter. But when she watches her video back, she spots something downright chilling. Marla says she was
behind there, though. There could have been.
There's space.
There's space. This might could have been right in that corner. If they were small enough, you wouldn't have seen. Because it looks, you can't tell if it's a big hand or a small hand.
A small.
Somebody could have been there in that corner.
It had to be a pretty small person, though, to not show on the screen.
Right. Yeah. CJ says, "Yep. Nope. I hate faces and hands popping out of nowhere. It's huge nope for me."
So she will not be moving into that room anytime soon.
Completely alone in the room when what appears to be a little hand can be seen moving behind her son's cabinets. Even creepier.
You'd think you would see like maybe an outline or a shadow of a person if there was someone behind the
shelf.
Yeah.
Well, and that was the same thing with the other video that you and I watched. Is there was no
that lady was so obvious. It's so like, how did people not notice this hag-looking thing hanging out behind the screen or behind the band?
Right.
Viewers pointed out that a man's voice seems to quietly whisper, "Don't be afraid to die." Now, Marla posted the video to Facebook in hopes of getting any thoughts or ideas on what she might have captured. She says that other than one strange incident with a fan switch turning itself off and on in her son's room, she's never really experienced anything paranormal in the house. So what do you think this is? Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Encounter of the third kind. The following is a very old video from the depths of the internet. Source unknown. So, a group of friends are hanging out, drinking and having a good time in the woods of Flacy, France. Suddenly, they spot what they believe to be a dog hiding behind a tree.
Well, vous avez vu un truc encore bouger?
Dog creatures are real.
Il y a un truc là-bas?
Il y a un truc derrière là.
Minou, 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 j'ai trouvé ta mère.
Putain!
Plutôt. Il est mignon le chat.
Ouais, il est un peu gros le chat, j'aime pas ça. Ouais, je vais me barrer. Oh, non?
Bah, il y a un. Oh, c'est de fils de gueule.
Wow. Pour éclairer, putain!
Attendez, j'accélère.
I think we saw the forest fire.
Right. Something otherworldly can be seen moving around behind the tree. Something with long fingers and an unusually large skeletal head.
Looks like a
The video
possum.
abruptly cuts, and what happens?
What do you say? It looks like a possum?
It looked like a possum face.
Yeah. Faye.
Pretty long
Howie.
fingers.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, I'm worried about like them starting a forest fire, throwing
Yeah, no
torches at
kidding. They're throwing them.
Right?
Yeah.
You know,
happens
I'm
next
grabbing
remains a
my
mystery.
stuff. I'm going the other
So
way.
could it be that the group had an encounter with an alien? Or just what is that?
Maybe an
That
elemental.
was not what I saw before.
Hmm?
What?
Howie says, wait.
Right.
I don't
wait,
know,
wait.
CJ. That's a possum.
Right, but that's not what you're showing now is not what they showed the first time. That almost looks superimposed.
Let me know what you think.
Go back.
Go back.
I need.
Yeah, before they
Something
shake it.
otherworldly can be
looks like a
seen
possum.
moving around behind the tree.
That's a possum.
Something with long fingers and an unusually large skeletal head. The video
That's a
abruptly
possum.
cuts, and what happens next remains a mystery. So could it be that the group had an encounter with an alien? Or just what is that?
But
Let me know.
Yeah,
Possum with long fingers.
They look like two different images.
Yeah, calling
Totally.
BS customer creative editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possum man.
What you think? Hunting the unknown. Paranormal investigator Alex from the YouTube channel Hunting the Unknown sets out to investigate a restaurant in England that's been abandoned for over 20 years. The owners of the restaurant are said to have abruptly fled the property after being tormented by severe paranormal activity. The abandoned and broken down structure is located deep in the middle of the woods, and Alex is all alone as he begins his investigation in the dead of night. After setting up a motion detecting music box in the bar section of the restaurant, Alex already begins to experience strange activity.
I've got the music box set up at the moment. Just doing a little walkthrough. Hello?
A static camera captures the moment a door slams by itself. But things are about to get even weirder. Alex decides to do a spirit box session in the hopes of catching some paranormal activity.
Where are you? Can you give me a sign, please? Oh, f***ing hell. What the f...
Alex asks for a sign, and bottles sitting on the bar seem to be pushed over on their own. But it's when he takes a closer look at the bottles that he captures something truly disturbing.
I don't understand how the lockdown. It's crazy, I don't understand this. I'm pretty sure this is like that. Hello? Let's see too much sound in there. Who's there?
The dark silhouette of a figure can be seen standing in a room right across from Alex. Now, Alex doesn't notice the figure at first, but when he moves towards the door, he realizes that something is not quite right. He inspects the room to make sure no one is there, but he gets the unsettling feeling that he's being watched. Alex no longer feels safe in the remote building and all by himself. So he decides to just get out of there. You can watch this entire investigation and many more spooky videos over on the YouTube channel, Hunting the Unknown. The Thing.
I mean, wouldn't recommend going places like that by yourself.
No.
Or investigating by yourself.
Yeah, no.
I mean, a lot of things can be chalked up to your imagination. Because
the other thing is, there's no way to debunk what was going on. Were we sure it wasn't his shadow we were seeing? Like,
yeah,
we don't know what else was going on. Was it his own shadow he was seeing, or was it really something there?
Well, it was like before this, my wife and I were watching the story of Gypsy, the lady that just got released from jail, and she wasn't understanding what Munchausen by proxy was, and I kind of explained it in the way of, you have a bunch of paranormal investigators or a group of people that are just going in, and they've heard all these stories of a certain being in this one place. Well, if you have a bunch of people who are all thinking of the same thing, you can stir up activity yourself just by going in and having that preconceived notion.
Yeah, it's like projecting, thoughts and stuff into making them a reality. How he says, isn't it interesting on how many of these shows lead you into wanting to believe in what you're seeing? Bingo, well said, CR. So, yeah, I mean, it's true.
There have been lots of different even tests done on that. If you put a bunch of people in a room, tell them to think of the same word for like a minute and a half, the first thing that's going to come up on your EVP is that word.
Right.
Yeah. And if you go into a place expecting it to be haunted, you're going to feel a certain way,
right,
more than you would going into a house where you don't know a place is haunted.
Well, I think I'm going to back out, folks. I got a pretty nasty migraine brewing, so.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably the last one we're going to do because I know the coffin is coming on. What do you guys have coming up here?
CJ and I are still working on the show about Jack the Ripper.
Awesome.
She's got a lead that she's chasing down. And we're going to look into that. A lot of people think that it was H.H. Holmes, but there's some new information out there stating otherwise. So H.H. Holmes was just a sick, twisted individual that, was kind of around that time. Yeah, she said our guest would be ready in about a week or two. So maybe look out on a Friday, like 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out.
All right, man. How about you, Rhonda? What do you have coming up?
Yeah, we've got a guy coming on Sunday, Ron Fitzhugh, if I remember the name correctly. And he's done a lot of research on the Bell Witch in that area. So he's written a book, several books, I believe, but we're going to be talking with him about his theories of the Bell Witch and that kind of thing. So I'm really excited about that one. And then right after that show, not right after, there's a little break, but then what do we have, Ryan?
We got the 10-year anniversary of the Freaking Awesome Paranormal Show.
Coming
at you live Sunday night. We've got Howie Eldell. We've got Rhonda Harris-Dowdy. We've got C.R. Zarn joining us. And we've got Dennis Eslock, plus Holly Mullins.
Yay!
He's going to be there as well. So it's going to be a fun time. Looking forward to it. I didn't think it would make it this long, 10 years, and we're not slowing down. We're going to keep on chugging.
Oh, yeah. The only other thing I have going on is I'm doing readings out in Fredericksburg. If anybody's interested on Saturday, I think there's a spot or two open. So go to my page and you'll see the link to book an appointment if you would like to. So I'm excited about Sunday night. Sunday night's going to be fun all the way around, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited. And on Tuesday night, we're bringing back John Pagano from Henricus, and he's going to talk about the day in the life of a settler, a colonial settler living in Henricus. What they go through and stuff like that. So that's more historical. And CR is going to join me for that one since he's a reenactor. So I figured he would enjoy talking to John about what he does and stuff like that. So it'll be a fun show.
So when I was filling you guys in about our show, Jack the Ripper, I couldn't think of his name, but the author that we're talking to has evidence to suggest that Jack the Ripper was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Well, I'm excited to hear the reasonings behind his theory.
Yep.
When you have him on the show, and we got to talk. We have to get Scott Wolter on the show here too. Talk about his book, From America Unearthed. So,
oh yeah,
it's gonna be a fun few weeks here. Coming up here on the Rift Radio Network and the Vibe Radio Network.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. All right, guys. Hope you guys don't go to bed singing the Narwhal song.
Oh, I will.
And don't. I guess at this point, if you wanted to go on a balloon, you could go on a balloon ride. It's calmed down a little bit.
Right.
You could. You just
gotta wait for that.
Just don't release 1 million balloons. It's been done once in '86 and it didn't turn out well.
No. Learn from our mistakes.
Make sure you reach out to your friend's name Austin before midnight.
Yes. Send Austin William Engel a message. Tell him happy National Austin Day.
Yep, and tell him the freaks sent you.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, tell me exactly. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back. We should do this again. This was fun.
This was fun.
Shooting the shit for a while, talking to aliens and different creatures and stuff, learning about narwhals and singing narwhal songs.
Narwhals made it because they could swim. Unicorns didn't make it because they're playful, and they thought that Noah said the ark was leaving at 5:00, and they showed up at 6, and they're screwed.
See that unicorns are just notoriously late for things. Everyone knows that unicorns just do their things. Oh, baby shark, yeah. Thank you for that, CJ. I really appreciate that. Now the song should be stuck in my head. Oh my god, that's scarier than any ghost. Baby shark
phenomena.
Baby shark. Oh my god. All right, guys.
Right.
Before we start going down another rabbit hole,
right?
I'll talk to you guys on Sunday.
All right. See you Sunday.
Bye.
Talk to you later, guys.